What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Blank Frank, back at it again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about little brother ends up destroying his older brother's PS5. Now, at this time, y'all know the next generation consoles came out, which was like in November, at the start of November, next gen consoles came out, right? And one of those consoles happened to be PS5. Everyone was psyched about, mainly for both of them, but still talking about the PS5 here. So everyone was psyched for that. And as y'all know, since a lot of people were psyched for it, a lot of people bought it. And since a lot of people bought it, it sold out. Now for this kid here, the older brother, who's also important in the story, the older brother happened to get lucky enough to, I think he pre-ordered the PS5 or something like that, and he ended up getting like a good deal on it. Not a deal, but he ended up like, he basically was able to get it before it sold out. That's what I'm trying to say. So now his parents didn't buy it for him. He ended up buying it himself because at that time he was working. He had his own job and getting paid decently, so he ended up like saving up his money that he got from work, from his job, just so he could buy the PS5. Now, when he bought it, it's his. His parents didn't buy it, didn't contribute or nothing, so it's mainly his. So, let's just say this, alright? If it's yours and someone asks you to play it, you can't share. Well, mainly if it's your sibling. Maybe, I don't know why I was going with that, but so yeah, when he bought it because in his household he has two younger siblings, one sibling which is I think a few years younger than him or something like that, who doesn't really bother him that much, and then his youngest sibling who's like 7, but he's like a spoiled kid, so yeah, he's the one who does like a majority of just temper tantrum and stuff. But yeah, so in the household, there's them three and like the parents, and literally every console that was owned in the house, like a Nintendo Switch or Xbox or PlayStation or anything like that, was literally for the house, literally for the family. So if you were playing a specific console in the house, you were playing it for like a specific amount of time, then like the sibling or the parent would be like, you would basically have to take turns with them, or you would just have to let them play after use and stuff like that. So that's the main reason why he wanted to get it, because he didn't want to share. He didn't feel like sharing, I guess. So he just ended up buying it. Alright, so when he bought it, everything was going good, but like I said, since he has two siblings, they wanted to watch him play the PS5. Now, he not only did he get the PS5, he ended up getting like a PC and a desktop so he could, hook it up and play the PlayStation, his PS5 on there. Win-win situation. Alright, so yeah, when he got it and stuff like that, younger siblings asked him if they could watch him play it, right? It's fine. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Alright? So, they end up watching it for a little bit, and the second older sibling, I think all three of them were boys. Second older sibling ends up watching for a while and he ends up leaving. But the youngest sibling, the 7-year-old, ends up staying there to the point where he ends up asking his older brother if he could play. Now, like I said in the start, If he bought it, it's his. There's no sharing. Everything in the house is literally for the family. It's not like mainly for him. So you cannot play it, obviously. Now, me, I did not experience having a younger sibling because, like, the youngest in my family, like everyone, I have a sister who's like not 1 year, like 5 months older than me because we have different parents. I mean, you have one different parent, one same parent, and then my other sister is like half my age. So, but yeah, so yeah, yeah. So I didn't go through that. Let me know if y'all went through that. I didn't go through the younger sibling shit, or I wasn't really a pain in the neck to my older siblings anyway. So, and I didn't really have that much sharing problems. But yeah, so the little kid, moving on. Yeah, so the little kid ends up asking if it's his turn. Basically, he said it's my turn now. Like I said, it's not yours. It's not for the family, so you can't share. You bought it, you can't share, obviously. So that's what he ends up telling him. Little kid says, no, sharing is caring and shit like that. He literally says that. He said, no, it's my turn. He ends up telling him again, I'm the one who bought it. So he technically, there's no share. And you know how little kids are when they don't get their way. They end up resulting into crying, basically. So he just started crying until his mom ends up coming in the room, asking what's going on. Or I think the 7-year old ended up telling the mom what was going on. So she ends up figuring out what was going on. So she ends up telling the older brother to let little kid play, let the 7-year old play. And obviously, since it's his, he's gonna stand his ground and say no. So he ended up telling her no because it's his. But then she was like, "Just let your little brother play for a little while." So he finally agrees after some convincing from his mom, and and he ends up letting the little kid play for about like 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, older brother comes and tells his younger brother, all right, your turn is up, or like your time is up of playing the game. So he ends up taking the controller out of his head, of his youngest brother's hand, and then the younger brother just ends up getting mad again and says, "No, I still want to play," and stuff like that. And he was like, "No, your turn is up. I let you play for like 30 minutes." And so he ends up crying again. Both of the parents end up coming and asking him, "What's the problem again?" And he ends up telling them, "I let him play," and now he feels like he should still play more, but I already gave him a turn, even though it's not his. So then, luckily, parents didn't nag on him or, try to tell him that it's wrong and that sharing is caring too, like that. So they didn't take the little brother's side this at first, though. So they end up going with the older brother's side and telling the little brother that it's his. He's the one who bought it, so obviously you can't play it. There's no sharing involved in this situation. And then that's when kid was like, "No, I still want to play. Sharing is caring. It doesn't matter if he bought it. He still should share," and stuff like that. I think he said something else like that, but I don't know. So then parents end up taking the youngest sibling side, saying how, all right, just let your brother play. And then he was like, I already let him play. I think he said that. I don't know. He was like, "No, it's mine, obviously." And then it keeps going back and forth to the point where the little brother, I'm not to the little brother, but the older brother says that no, I'm not gonna let this spoiled brat, basically spoiled kid, play my game. You see why he's spoiled, because he went, like, as soon as he had said that he wasn't gonna let him play anymore, he just immediately cried, and then they just came to him, and then the parents came over there. So hold up. So yeah, he ends up calling his younger brother a spoiled brat, spoiled little kid, and stuff like that. And then the little brother ends up trying to defend himself, saying how I'm not spoiled, and then he ends up saying how yes you are, explaining why. I'm not gonna get into depth of that because y'all know why, but and it gets to the point where that little kid gets so mad that he ends up saying, "Keep calling me spoiled. I'm gonna end up doing something that you'll regret," basically. And then during that, older brother was taunting him, so he just kept taunting him, gassing him up, making him want to do something bad. And so kept gassing him up to the point where he ends up running, running into the room, I think, and going. He ends up picking up the PS5 over his head, and then he ends up yelling, "This is what you get," and then he ends up slamming it on the ground. And then, some pieces obviously fell out of the PlayStation, out of the PS5. And then that's when the kid just ends up, older kid just ends up getting mad and stuff like that. Like, why did you? So when he got mad, immediately he did like a 5-star on him. If y'all know what that is, it's basically when you smack someone so hard with your palm, I think, that ends up making a mark on their face. And so that's when the little kid ends up saying "ow," like hurts and stuff like that. And then the parents they end up as telling the kid, I think, why did you do that and stuff like that. And they try to get him to apologize, but he doesn't really apologize. He just kept saying that's what you get, trying to rub it in and stuff like that. And that's when older brother comes in and says how, why'd y'all let the spoiled brat why'd y'all spoil him to the point where he got mad and ended up breaking my Xbox. Not the I said Xbox. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Breaking my new PS5. Yeah, that's what he ends up saying. So then the parents end up trying to soothe him down and stuff, and try to make it seem like not that much of a big deal. Obviously, it is a big deal because he paid for it, but they end up saying how it's alright, it's alright. You could make it better by buying a new one. But like I said at the time, like as soon as he got it, shit was already selling out. Shit was literally already selling out. And once stuff was selling out, he ended up telling his parents, well, yeah, they end up selling out now. They was like, well, we could just buy it from eBay. And y'all remember what happened when people were trying to resell the shits online? Them shits was like going over $1,100, $1,200. So they ended up telling his parents the cost of how much it would be like on eBay and stuff. And so they're like, no, we're just gonna wait until the prices go down and stuff like that. And guess what? The prices never went down. What kind of went down like to like 800 still, but main reason why many people aren't getting it is because PS5s have kind of been sold out ever since. I mean, they have tried to, make them available, but many people just keep trying to buy it and stuff like that. Keep getting sold out every single time they put it back on the market and stuff like that. And and not that much PS5s are being made because there's been like a shortage of parts and shit like that. So yeah, that kid, the older brother, still hasn't gotten his PS5 till this day. And the punishment they gave to his little brother was sitting at the corner of a wall, sitting at the wall face forward to a fucking wall for like 30 minutes. And just a lecture. Yeah, worse. That's literally the slightest punishment I've ever seen or heard in my life. I should have done way more than that. Made him write an apology note or something. I don't know. But that's gonna be the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I know this is a long video, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry I couldn't upload it quicker. Make a new video quicker. That's mainly because I was gone for like most of the weekend, so yeah, I couldn't do it. Plus I didn't, yeah. But video, gaming video is coming soon. Let me know what game y'all want to, what game y'all want to play, want me to play. Alright, I do have some games in mind, but you'll just have to see when I make it. Alright, peace.